to the BMVG, aka the Belgium Meets Video Games podcast. I am your host, Leonard, and I am here today with Mike from LTG. So let's get this party started. First chapter will be us introducing us. I wrote this all down on this little paper here. Yeah, I was very, very good and found about everything. So we're gonna have several chapters, which are like the basic outline. So chapter 1 is just introducing us. I know most of you probably already know us, but just in a little more detail. When did we start gaming? What was our first game we ever played? What was your first console? What were your favorite games as a child? Who are we? Where can you find us? What is the concept and the reason behind this podcast? Actually, I don't know, but we'll just talk about that. Chapter 2 will be games this week. What have you been playing? Which game did we spend the most time in?
Minecraft.
What games did we actually want to play?
Minecraft.
Minecraft, or probably something else that I said I'm gonna play that game.
Never got to it.
Minecraft, and then or something else, and then I was like, oh well. So that's that. Any special achievements we got? Well, that's not really as in the achievements that pop up as an achievement unlocked, but just the basic thing. Okay, so then did we buy a few new games this week? Well, maybe we can talk about the most recent games.
It's gonna be really short, you know that? Nope. Yeah, no, Minecraft.
No, the games that we actually bought like a few weeks ago, because this is the first podcast. We don't really have to base it around this week. We can just talk about the ones we bought quite a while back, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, like Titanfall and shit for you, and then Humble Bundles and card games for me. All right. If we bought new games, why did we buy it? Because we read it was a good game, because we saw some reviews, because we saw some gameplay or live streams on it, and we decided, hey, I want to try that game. We can talk about that too. Then another chapter is the gaming news and the technology news. Not only going to be talking about video games here, we're also going to be talking about movies and series, a bit of technology, CES, which will be your subject because I don't know too much about it except for spoiler alert.
CES is a week ago, so I think most news is already out there. So.
Well, we have to talk about something. Also, new trailers that released. We can talk about a few of them I saw, and any new releases this week or in the few weeks that were ago. Like Heroes of the Storm randomly popping up in our Battle.net launcher without an official release date, just very odd. It was like Battle.net. Why are there 4 games here? I haven't bought a 4 game.
Oh, so that was the reason it crashed on me. Yeah, that explains a lot.
We could talk about, but I'm not really sure. Well, if you could find some, if we saw a few cool cosplay pictures or something like that, I just wanted to put something in there. So that's gaming news, and then chapter 4, which I didn't write down on this paper, is going to be movies and shows, the ones we watched. Since we both have Netflix, we probably watched quite a few. So we'll talk about that a little bit, and we'll talk about
a few
we liked most, the ones we liked least, and well, basically a little bit about it, everything and stuff like that. So
you're starting, right? So I can just pick it?
Yeah, sure. I just started freaking everything, but it's gonna be cool. So, a bit of technical information about the podcast. Well, that's actually the last thing in chapter 1, so I suppose we could talk about that later. First questions first. When did we start playing video games? Well,
oh dear lord, that
was quite a while ago. Well, it has been like about 8 years, maybe more.
8 years, probably more.
Yeah, I started playing video games when I was like 10 or something. Maybe younger. No, I think the first thing I had was like this little gadget thing, which had like Pokemon pinball on it. I don't know what it was called anymore, but it was like this little thing my parents bought me for my birthday. Yeah, but they bought me more stuff. But
they bought me a dildo.
And they could just wow.
They weren't sure about my genitals.
So they got me this little thing. I really enjoyed it. It took me like 2 weeks figure out how that thing worked because I never played video games. Because actually, when I was young, believe it or not, I actually was someone that actually played outside a lot. I didn't really see the inside of my house very much, which I'm sure you know.
No, I wouldn't know.
No, of course not. So that was that, which was Pokemon Pinball. It's not actually really a game. It's just it had 2 buttons and you could just it was like that size. That's not really.
Let me ask you: did it have a liquid in it so you could like move the rings? Or was it actually already digital? Did your parents bought you something digital, or was it just with the liquid so you can shoot the hoops? And it just said Pokemon Pinball on the top.
No, that's actually digital. I was thinking about the other ones. The other ones that you are talking about, I know what you are talking about, like the thing you turn around and then a little ball that had to go inside of things, but with the fluid in. But yeah, that's not really a video game. I had that a little bit before that, but that was actually my first thing, and it was Pokemon Pinball, which actually got me into Pokemon. Which brings me to the next subject. Well, probably should wait for you until you answer this question first. We'll just go on turns. When did you start playing video games?
I think it was about 10, 11 years ago. I had this little like you know, the game, not the Game Boy Advance, but the Game Boy Colors.
Oh, like the big ones.
Yeah, the big, long, small ones. I had that.
Was
like
it actually a Game Boy Color already? Not
no, it was the same, not the same look, but the same size. But it wasn't from Game Boy. It wasn't from Nintendo. It was like a shitty ass company. I don't know. You could play black and white games on it. I had 25.
should probably not call Nintendo a shitty ass company.
No. It wasn't. It was another. It wasn't from Nintendo. It was some other shitty ass company that made that.
Yeah.
And it had like 25,000 million buttons on it, and I only used 2 for like, I don't know. You could play Snake on it, I think. And some Tetris. I know I played the shit out of that game.
Yeah,
I owned that game. Which, if I play it now, I totally suck at it. But it's a gun skill. And from that, I went to, I think, the Game Boy Advance, which is still somewhere in my room around here.
Yeah, well, don't go too quickly on the other subjects. We'll talk about those later on. So you started playing games on that little console thing, that handheld console thing you had.
Yeah, that thing, that was a disaster.
Like 8 or 9 then.
I think 9.
9, yeah.
But I took it to school with me and stuff, and I took it everywhere, and it was a disaster because I always had like this extra spare bag from like a liter. And liter size with just AA batteries, because it would run out of batteries in 5 seconds. It had 2 AA batteries in the middle of it that was and the problem was it didn't have a save option. It couldn't save my game, so I threw that thing.
Didn't it have like checkpoints and shit?
Like I said,
you just go back to the checkpoint, or
like I said, shitty ass company, not Nintendo.
And what game was that thing?
What do you mean?
Well, the thing you say you don't have save points. What was the game that didn't?
Oh, it was like this block racing game. So it basically had 2 blocks racing, and you need to like you weren't allowed to hit 1 block on the road. So you need to like move the 2 block car, which wasn't actually a car. It was just 2 blocks, and the car didn't actually move. It was just the road being moved.
Yeah, of course. Technology wasn't that advanced yet.
So yeah, that's.
Yeah, so that basically brings us to the other subject, which is what was our first game that we ever played. Well, as I said before, mine was like Pokemon Pinball, but it wasn't really a game. So
I mean, what you meant with the question is actually what first decent game you played?
Yeah, and the first decent game I played, as in decent,
if you compare it to now games,
was Pokemon Yellow, actually. My parents and my grandparents bought me together. They bought me the original Game Boy, not the Game Boy Color yet. So when the release with the
too
Game
expensive.
Boy, I don't think it even existed yet. And that had Pokemon Yellow. I always watched the TV show on TV of Pokemon, with like the sad first episode that Ash falls off his bicycle in the rain, and that Pikachu just that shit. So I was like,
never watched it.
Touched by Pikachu.
You might actually want to explain the steps, because I never watched that. never had the experience of watching Pokemon. I watched like episode 500, and then I watched episode 700, and then I watched episode 300, and
And you, my friend, have some catching up to do.
yeah, you're crazy man.
I'm not gonna say that I actually like watched every Pokemon episode and every show. Like I watched the one with May, and then I watched the one with Misty. Quite a couple of episodes, but not all of them. And then later on, like
The only character I actually know is Misty because I had a crush on her, but that
that being gaming characters.
That being
Nothing
aside.
has changed yet, has it? No, but then I was watching the show to go back to the subject because we are going to be a little too expensive. So I saw the show, and I actually always watched it because I was always at like 4 o'clock. As like 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. would that be for those of you in America and England. 4 p.m. 16 o'clock for us with the 24-hour clock. And it was like 30 minutes after I got home from school. The Vuhel's up, which I'm sure you still remember.
Yeah.
In a very distant memory. And
Wait, let me put in the memory card. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
like a floppy disk song.
Yeah, we still run on floppy disk. That's how.
Yeah, that's how advanced our brain is. Anyway, oh Jesus, my screen just went out. I'm not actually playing Minecraft. I'm trying to.
Oh, I actually am. I am actually playing it. But the problem is with my setup. I have left XSplit running, right, where I see my webcam and yours, and then I have your webcam on a huge screen. It's actually fucking up my mind.
Yeah, it's creepy shit right there.
It's like that.
Yeah, so to continue back with the subject because we keep going away from it. I really loved the Pokemon show, and I always got home and I was like, oh, can I watch TV? I really want to see Pokemon. There's a new episode. So then my parents put it on, and that was the reason why I bought Pokemon Yellow. Well, it was actually the game that came with the original Game Boy. And it was still black and white, of course, not advanced technology. Who has advanced technology? And I just really wanted to play that game because Pikachu was like running behind me, and I felt like I was Ash. Very immersive, the black and white game. Wow. So that was my first game. I actually totally loved it, and I played pretty much every game in the Pokemon series since then. Not all of them, but most of them. Like I didn't play Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Red because it's exactly the same as Yellow. Well, Pikachu isn't running behind your back, so if Pikachu isn't there, why the fuck would I play that game? But I played Crystal and Sapphire, played the Nintendo DS games, also played the really Pokemon Pinball, but like the decent version of Pokemon Pinball, and was like on my Game Boy Advance, my long one, my horizontal. So yeah, that was my first game, and you answered that question before. It was the little racing game, which you don't know the title of again.
Yeah, but it wasn't a decent game. It was just like black and white and blocks. It wasn't even a racing game. You couldn't use.
Yeah. So we actually kind of answered the first, the next question as well.
I still think I have the first decent game I played. I still have that here around.
Mm.
You know what? I'm gonna get it. Fuck it. See you in a sec.
Oh, he'll be back. If he ever finds that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, there's apparently still a game.
Oh, Jesus.
What's up? Okay, so the first decent.
Found that in like 5 seconds.
What? What?
Actually found that in 5 seconds.
Yeah, I was in I had to open 2 drawers because I have 2 drawers with games. One drawer is like with games from the GameCube thingamajig, and the other one is just like a little handheld. So my first thingamajig was a Game Boy Advanced, and there's still a game in here. What the fuck?
Oh no!
A Lego Island 2. Never finished it, but here it is. So yeah.
I saved all of that crap way back.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But the first game I actually really played was GT Champion, and it was oh my god, how old is this even? Okay, it doesn't say how old it is, but this was the first game.
Are you showing it to the webcam?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see because it's XSplit.
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 Simply the best handheld real-life racer ever. Total Game Boy. 96% rating. Didn't get 100.
The best racing game we both ever played on a handheld console was Midnight Club.
Yeah, but this was like 5 years before Midnight Club.
Come on, Midnight Club was the best game ever.
Yeah, it was the best, but this was 5 years before Midnight. I actually still have Midnight Club in my PSP, which is right on the right of my Lego car.
Isn't that my Midnight Club? Or do we both have that?
Well, we both have it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, we do.
Anyway, the question.
I might have picked it from you and then like bought it myself because I lost yours. That might have happened.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, the next question I have here was, what was your first console, which we also answered. But those were our first handheld consoles. So let's just talk about all the consoles we had in our life. So my first thing was a little thingy. I had the Pokemon pinball, which wasn't really decent, so which wasn't really actually a game, but it had Pikachu on it.
A console is like a PlayStation, right? It's not like the Pikachu
you
thing.
can talk about handheld consoles too. So then after my original Game Boy, because it broke, I don't remember how, probably tossed it in the water or something, I don't know. I was stupid as a kid. I still am, but less. And then the next one I bought was the Game Boy Color. And then after the Game Boy Color, I played one of the original Pokemon games in color, not the black and white one, and I missed Pikachu. Yeah. So that was that. I also played Tetris on the Game Boy Color.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, who hasn't? Then after my Game Boy Color, I had my original Game Boy Advance, like the horizontal one, the longer one. So I had that for a while. Not really sure which games I played on there. I know I had Donkey Kong on there. Also Sonic. Also played Sonic on that. And that was actually kind of the start of my gaming career, but I wasn't really too busy with it. Because then, well, I was also playing outside, making camps, jumping under trains and stuff like that. But that's for another podcast. We're not going to discuss this right now. So that's that. And then after my SP, I had the other SP. No, that was my Game Boy Advance. And then after my Game Boy Advance, I bought the Game Boy Advance SP, which was like the one that went open with like the tattoos, the tribal tattoos.
Yeah. The thing was stupid.
I absolutely loved that thing, and then I lost it, and I have never found it again. So when we moved back to the place over here, I thought maybe I'd find it back in a box. I didn't. It just vanished. I don't know. So probably the neighbors just stole it or something. I don't know.
Like we used to steal a lot of stuff from each other back then.
Like we stole their sniper rifle, their BB gun sniper rifle. That was fun.
Oh yeah, we stole multiple.
Oh, yeah.
We stole multiple ones.
And then I had my BB gun, my 9mm BB gun.
Yeah, that I lost.
Yeah, you lost. But that was a very fun thing too. And then we were
yeah, sure, shoot each other.
And we were like 9, and we were shooting each other with BB gun weapons. Like they were working with the shotgun and the sniper. The neighbors, then he knows them. And then I was just there with my BB gun. That was pretty fun. My 9mm. And then you lost it. Yes, you did.
Yeah, we did.
That's not really game related, but the other thing we spend like most of our childhood with was like Go-Go's and Legos.
Oh god, Legos. I still have all my Legos.
I still have them. They're on the attic.
Oh no, they're like in my dad's room.
They're like 2 giant boxes.
Oh Jesus, I have so
And
many.
I don't have any of the building plans anymore. Just
Yeah, me neither.
that's very
We
fun.
just built that shit.
But I had like, you had my house, and then there was like this big garage, and there was like this carpet, which had like the roads on for driving on it with like the little cars, which was also something we spent a lot of time with. And then when we closed the gate from the garage, we there was like this little border line you could step on, and then we closed the garage gate, and then we put our Go-Go's, like these little plastic dudes. I think you probably remember them.
Yeah, I think people know what Go-Go's are.
I would show you an example, but I don't really have them anymore. There might be a few in my Lego box. I know that when I lost...
I have one in the car last. I don't know how it got there, but...
Yeah,
Okay.
when I last had my Legos, because I was making something for a neighbor of mine quite a long time ago, I actually revisited my Lego boxes when I was like 13 or 14, and I was playing with them right there at the front of my bed, on, like a little carpet there. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. And now I was just checking when I go to the shop and I'm just walking around. There's still these Legos. There's like Lego Shima, which is like the lion dudes and shit.
Yeah, but I still buy Legos now.
I don't buy Legos anymore, but when I saw that they had like they have like these really cool motorbikes, I was like $10, and I was like, man, I really want to buy that and put that on my desk. The reason for that is when I did my test at the end of the year in not the previous school year, but the year before, which was 2013. I would call it HEAP, but I don't think you guys know that. So it was my final test to basically test me practically.
It's an integrated test.
Yeah, sure.
That's the translation of it.
Sure. And that was about Lego, and we had to pick a little extra type of it, like a sub-Lego genre. And then I picked Lego Shima because it had like this really well done animation show, which I watched for my school, of course. And then I saw one of those dudes with like the giant motorcycles, and I was like, man, I really want to buy this shit. I didn't, but I might. If I ever get my own gaming room when I go live on getting my own place and shit, I might have like a closet behind me with all the gaming stuff, like all the Warcraft boxes, and then like the cool shit of Lego and the Minecraft Legos, which I also quite enjoy. I don't have any, but I saw a few videos of them and unboxings. They're pretty cool. Come on, what's a better combination than Minecraft and Lego, I suppose? But back to the subject, because we are drifting off very, very much. So, what? The next question. Oh yeah, the consoles. I was still talking about the consoles. So we had my Game Boy Advance SP, and then after that, I bought my original Xbox. At the previous place, we had an attic, and there was like the TV that's still on my room. I'd show you, but I'm too lazy to turn the webcam around. And that was my first actual console. The original Xbox. Or was it the GameCube? Yeah, I also had a GameCube, so that will probably be first. So first the GameCube, and I had no idea what games I was playing on that because I really don't remember. And then after the GameCube, I bought the original Xbox. Just the black Xbox, like the giant, huge thing. And I played Fable on there. I know that. I also played Tetris on there, just for nostalgic feelings. What else did I play? I played The Elder Scrolls Morrowind, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, which were like the main games I was spending most time in. But then was when we were like older, we were like 12, 13, so we weren't playing outside that much anymore. Because as soon as I get my actual console with the TV and stuff, that was it. Outside, that was it. I would go outside like twice a week, and the rest of the week I'd be upstairs in the attic playing video games. And that was actually the total start of my video gaming career, if you can call it that. So after the original Xbox, I'm not gonna talk about GameCube, but I don't remember shit about it. I know we played like the shooting game, and you still have that on your GameCube.
Wait, let me get my GameCube games.
I'm not sure what it was called.
Yes, so, my turn. Wait, I'm getting attacked by monsters, just a sec. Okay, it's fine. The game...
What was the name of the game?
Medal of Honor or European Front Assault, which was this one.
Right, Medal of Honor, which was my first experience with first-person shooters.
The game sucks, dude.
Then I went over to Call, and I went back, and I started playing the original Call of Duties. Then I started playing Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, and Advanced Warfare. Haven't played it yet, but I want to. So that was that.
But you want to play Advanced Warfare?
I can't, but I want to.
Well, you can use my account, just like blah in Steam.
I could, but I'm probably won't be able to run it on my shitty computer.
True that.
Yeah.
So the other game we also actually played was F-Zero GX, which was like a racing game that we played the shit out of. We always were be able to first 4 levels easy mode. We sat in that chair like bosses holding our GameCube controls. Because I was actually the only one who owned this game, so we played we played on like a 30-inch television, split in two, and we were like holding our controls, playing that game like bosses. And then we came to the 5th level. We would get owned that level like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Incredible hard level. Still haven't finished it. I actually played it a little while ago and still unable to finish it, but awesome game.
Yeah, and then all the way back to my old place when I had the TV, and those were just chairs. But then my brother, who was 8 years old and actually 7.5, he had a trip with school, and he was like gone for 1 week or 2 weeks to Scotland, and he had like this big sofa, which he had on his room. And when he was gone, me and you would just pick that giant sofa and just put it on the attic.
Yeah.
And just sitting in that chair while we were playing video games. That was a Game Boy. That was then, I think, the Xbox, because I remember we played shooters on there too, which was probably Call of Duty or something. Do I actually still have my Xbox games? No, I think I tossed them. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check.
So actually, we played a lot together because we lived like a kilometer away from each other. He actually is going outside. Oh no, he is. So the only thing we can apparently see is his ass.
Oh, nope. Do not have them anymore. I thought so because I cleaned my room at the start of like this year. Well, not this year, but 2014.
In the start of 2014. Perhaps
February or stuff like that, when I had all my new furniture moved in. Yes. All right. Next, because we're talking about this way too often. Yeah. What's your first console? Your actual console, not the handheld consoles. Well, or let's just talk about the evolution of the consoles you had.
My first one was a GameCube, which I actually still own, which actually still works.
Mm-hmm.
Which we played Medal of Honor and that other game, the racing game on.
The racing game, yeah.
And next to that was a PlayStation 1, which I broke in 4 months, because I played the shit out of it. I own a PlayStation 2, which I actually still have. I'm actually leaning in my chair looking at them. I have no reason why. Then I allegedly was going to own a PlayStation 3, which I never bought. I bought
PlayStation 4 that still hasn't come.
Yeah, actually, I'm still wondering what's happening to
that still hasn't come around.
Fuck you, Game Mania.
It has been what, like 7 months?
Yeah, something like that. I don't even want it anymore. If they call me.
I don't think it was 7 months because it was released. Not. I think it only released like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, I don't know. It just takes a really long time. But I don't even want it. If they call me that I can get it, that I think I get it. But
wasn't it like March or June? PlayStation 4 released.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know anymore. Don't hold it against me. I don't remember.
I don't know why it takes so long. I think either they forgot they forgot to write it down. That when they went, or
they probably did.
Yeah, I mean, fuck you, Game Mania. Fuck you. Asses. Yeah. So yeah, that's I never owned an Xbox, never probably will.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, up till the next console, I might buy a Razer Forge TV, which is also able to play games.
Yeah, I saw a little bit about that, but we'll talk about that later when we have the tech shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up, what's next up? Because I have no clue anymore.
The next question would be, what was your actual favorite game when you were young? We actually played quite a few, but my favorite game of all time, a long time ago, that I ever played was Age of Empires. Age of Empires 2, which I still own on Steam. The
Age
new
of
HD edition. Yeah, I actually love that shit.
Yeah, but I have a game that I like more. I like the Racer a lot more than Age of Empires. But I'm more into racing games then, probably.
Yeah, probably. I absolutely loved Age of Empires. It was actually also the first game I played on PC. We had like this really old, nostalgic, big-ass box. Packard Bell.
Ugh.
A could just run Age of Empires. I think it was the original. No, it was Age of Empires 2 Gold Edition. I remember that because I still remember the box. I don't have it anymore, but I remember the box. It was like this double box, and then you had like the original Age of Empires, and then Age of Empires 2 Gold Edition, which was like another disc. I'm not sure. That was the best game I ever played, all the way back then. My favorite game right now, what would that be?
That's hard.
It's probably Minecraft, Hearthstone, or WoW. I'm not sure. If we talk about hours we spend in it, like Minecraft and WoW are probably kind of... WoW is probably a little bit more, but Minecraft is something that I played a heck of a lot of, especially these last couple of weeks. So, but if I really have to choose, my favorite game right now would be Hearthstone, probably, because I actually totally adore collectible card games. So you had Hearthstone on spot 1 if you had to have top tray. So that would be Hearthstone on 1, then WoW on 2, Diablo 3 on 3. Oh, that's ironic. And then the other games on 4, you would have Minecraft, because I still love Diablo more than I love Minecraft. But I do love Minecraft. And then 5 probably Civilization.
Yeah, for me, I honestly have no clue. I think
it's Civilization 5, not Beyond Earth. I played Beyond Earth, and I kind of like it, but Civilization 5 is way better. But when Civilization 5 started, I wouldn't know because I haven't played it then, but a couple of friends of ours played Civilization 5 at release, and they said it was just as bad as Beyond Earth before all the patches and the expansion packs. But now I love Civilization 5, and I really do hope, sincerely, that they change up Beyond Earth to at least meet the requirements for Civilization 5. Such a good game.
Yeah, but the weird thing is, what does it lack? I mean...
Well, I'm talking about the single-player games, but if you play multiplayer, they really have connection issues. But now that they patched it, like the last patch, the multiplayer games that we played were fine.
Yeah, but we haven't played that long for it, so...
No, but first it was like every 10 turns, we had the freaking loading screen.
Yeah.
And then later it was like every 50 turns. And then after the patch, we like played 2 games that we never finished. We probably should.
Yeah, we're probably gonna finish them today, cause...
And then so I don't think we spent a lot of time in the multiplayer games since the patch to multiplayer connection issues, but they were running fine as far as I remember. I read like turn 85.
Yeah, something like that.
Sure. And I actually find it astounding that a game like Civilization 5 that is so time consuming, you have like 7 or 8 hours if not more for one game. Even if you put the game pace on quick, it just takes forever. I do really like it, and I don't really hate the fact that we have to sit there playing the same game for like 6 hours straight.
Yeah, but then again, we play World of Warcraft for 8 hours straight with ease.
Yes, but World of Warcraft is a little more widely varied than Civilization 5 is.
Well, it depends. You can play
units, choose production, adopt policy. Next turn.
Yeah, but sometimes
basically the whole idea of it. I do like it. I do like it. And last time I played, stupid freaking, what's it called? I think it was. Oh crap! Who was it? The leader of America. I forgot. He owned me in a cultural victory. How the fuck? How the hell did that
the leader
happen?
of America in that.
George Washington.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. George Washington, he completely obliterated me. I was going for a science victory slash, the what's it called? Supremacy victory. You destroy everything in all the capital cities. I was like, only America had his main city, his capital city, and they were like allies with me for the entire game. Like the first 20 turns, they said, "Oh yeah, here's the public declaration of friendship." I was like, "Oh yeah, cool. I'm friends with George Washington." And then we started.
Who can say that, right?
Yeah. And then at the end, cultural victory. You lost. I'm like, what?
Okay, what happened?
What? I'm like, George Washington. What? You
Fucking ass!
Wait,
I just rage quit.
and I haven't played Civilization 5 since.
Lol.
But
My
that was like a week ago, so.
my top games actually is a hard one because I don't know. It used to be World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but it's. How long have you been playing World of Warcraft for now? Like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't enjoy it as much anymore.
3 expansions. We started before. Well, a little bit after Wrath of the Lich King.
I started in Burning Crusade.
You did. But I was like at Wrath of the Lich King, so that's one. And we have Cataclysm, the Suspendaria, and now Warlords of Draenor, so that would be 3. So I think about 4 years that we have been playing World of Warcraft.
4 years. So I don't know.
Like times in those 4 years that we started World of Warcraft every single fucking day.
Yeah, we would get on Skype, play WoW, and like till we go to bed, and that was our day. But now, yeah, I don't enjoy it as much anymore as I used to.
I really thought the garrisons would like be really cool to me, but
they could have done so much more with the garrisons. It's unbelievable.
Way more. But they might change that in a few new patches.
Yeah, but they should have done way more customization.
Yeah, but I like the garrisons. I like the whole concept behind the garrisons, but it's just so repetitive.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and also
get your resources. Then you just take all of your things with the daily things, and then you do a few daily quests. You get the crystals, go back. It's so grindy.
yeah,
I don't really hate grindy shit, but especially not in WoW. But I don't know, the garrisons. Just like you, I expect more of it.
Yeah, well, a lot of the customization they said they would do, like we lost my train of thought there, but we will be able to do like choose the location where we will be able to set it. That has changed because they want to more focus on like what they actually want to do is they want to include it more into like the story-based telling of the game itself, which they shouldn't have done because the garrison was actually something to be excluded from it originally. But then they just dropped it into the storyline and like now you need to do quests in it.
Well, don't get me wrong, I like the garrison and I like the entire concept, but it's a little too repetitive for me. I got tired of it really quickly. And now I go like check my garrison like every 2 weeks. Maybe, yeah, no, I'll probably go check it every few days. Like.
Well, I don't even have a WoW subscription anymore.
I do have it, but not for a very long time anymore. I don't have it like for 2 weeks anymore.
I'm waiting for a next patch for something new, and I know there is a lot of stuff that I actually haven't done. I haven't got my PvP gear yet. I haven't done any of the PvE stuff, but this is just because of the reason you need to get like a certain gear cap, which is okay. I can add that. But then you need to do like the normal dungeons to be able to do the heroic dungeons, and you need to do something else to be able to just get into the dungeons.
It's and like, a stupid scenario for the DPS test.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know if it's me or is my class in general, but druids don't do shit DPS anymore.
I do warriors, but it could just be us displaying our class. It probably is.
Yeah, probably is, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, last patch, I was quite good. I did arena with my druid, and I got to like 2200.
With your little frost mage friend.
Yeah, no, that was after 2200 was after him. I got to 1800 with him. I just did with random people, and we got like it was like this one guy who would come online like every Wednesday. Every Wednesday we did arena.
Mr. Elden Nikovic.
No. But
where is he from? Was it Norway or Sweden?
Sweden.
Sweden, yeah, I thought so.
But yeah, besides that, now no, I don't inject shit damage.
All right, before we go around this subject for quite some time, I love how you were saying, how the fuck are we ever gonna talk about 90 minutes about few chapters?
I actually don't know how long this is going. I just see like it's a half a gig. It's half a gig large.
Halfway there, and we haven't even finished the first chapter.
We are going to finish everything, no matter how long it takes.
We probably are.
And it only is like 500 megabytes to upload, so.
But I do need to make a folder on Dropbox so you can share it with me.
No, I'm not gonna take Dropbox. I'm gonna take Google Drive. I got 15 gigs on that.
Oh, cool.
I'm just gonna upload it today, give you a link, and then blah. Or WeTransfer works as well.
Well, WeTransfer takes too long. When you upload 5 gigabytes to WeTransfer, it's gonna take some time.
500 megabytes.
We'll do it with the Google Drive.
It's half a gig.
I'll probably do some editing with it. I'll put my own music on for starters, and then I would probably when we are talking about trailers and articles and stuff, I might show them on the screen. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fix that, but I might.
Yeah, but for next time we might want to do. We know we have our overlay and our webcams that are like on the side of each other.
Yeah.
You might want to put them underneath each other. And then like have a screen of like constantly like the tabs that are open from the articles, like, and then all the stuff that we're talking about.
Yeah, I know, but we could I could make a few. We could make like the main overlay, which is the one we're using now, I suppose, with the little line in the middle and then me left and you right.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. I can switch on the go even when we're recording to another overlay.
Yeah, I know. That's how they are ones do it too. But then I'm talking about like maybe we could put they're now next to each other like that, and then maybe I could put them over here, and then we could put the article or a little preview of the trailer we're talking about. But actually, I only saw 2 this week, so
I haven't seen any.
Yeah, but I saw the one with Terminal Unlimited, which is a subject we're going to talk about later, if you ever get to it. And I saw another one, which was the cinematic trailer for Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm. I already saw them a while ago, but I saw them again and I really loved them. So I watched.
It's good. Overwatch is really good. Well, it seems really good. It seems like a ripoff from Team Fortress, but then again, it's a ripoff that Blizzard did. So
it's Blizzard. It's Blizzard's Team Fortress 2, but better.
Yeah, but then again, we kind of have to include the opportunities they had.
I'm also thinking about talking a little bit about what we uploaded last few times. We might show a little preview of that later on, but this is the first episode, so I just wanted to fix the main overlay. But coming the next podcast, which I think we'll probably do like one every week or every 2 weeks. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, one every week. Why not?
Yeah, if you can fit it, because we probably could. Most of the time I'm completely free on Friday, and my parents are home too, so well, they don't come home and I don't have to go downstairs to say hi. But
he actually goes downstairs every time they come home and says hi. I'm like, yeah, they're home again. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't even care if they leave. They just leave. They come back and are like, so where were you guys? Oh, we went to the store. Did you get me anything? No. Ah, fuck you guys.
So coming the next, this is like the first one, so it's just it's really basic, but like coming the next ones, I'll see if I can make a few more overlays. Just for the record, all of the design and the recording and the audio is all by us. We don't have a third party helping us fix this podcast
yet.
But, yeah. But hey, we'll make the best of it, and we'll make sure.
Or at least try to.
To at least try to make it good and enjoyable for you guys. But next subject, because we're never gonna make it this way. Who are we? Well, it's a little bit about us. My name is Leonard. I'm 20 years old, and I am now looking for a job, and I haven't really had a lot of success. I studied at the same school as Mike is still going on, and I studied graphical design. Well, not really graphical design. It was actually digital press and pre-press.
I'm actually doing the same thing, so I don't need to announce it. I just need to say my name, and that's it.
Yeah,
and exclude the work in the searching jobs talk.
And I finished my studies in 2014. Now I also love video games, video editing, and listening to music, and Minecraft. Playing a lot of Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that Notch sold Mojang for $2.5 billion.
Wasn't actually Notch. Notch hasn't been part of Mojang for quite a while.
No, he sold it. He sold Mojang for $2.5 billion.
Signature, I suppose. But have you seen the house he made?
Yeah, it's like a $70 million house.
Looks fucking awesome.
He has Selena Gomez in it. I mean, come on.
Shit. Anyway, so
If I'm rich enough, I'm going to invite her anyway.
that's a little bit about me. The music I listen to is very, very expensive. I listen to rock music, sometimes a little bit of metal.
Expensive?
Like wide.
It's not expensive. You just have a wide variety. It's not
No,
expensive.
It's expensive, as in it's like
Expensive is money. Is money wise. You know that, right?
no.
Expensive.
Expensive, that you've written down with an A instead of an E. Expansive, not expensive.
You know, you don't make any sense.
Expansive.
Yeah, now the Skype buttons are going back on the webcam. Great. Ass.
Well, I'm not really sure if it's a word, but I don't know.
It's not a word.
Shut up.
This is just a It's just a typo from being rich.
I listen to a wide variety of music styles.
Thank you.
Most of it is electronic. I listen to chill step, dubstep, basically all the dubstep mixes, which is my favorite. But I also like symphonic metal, which is like Within Temptation and stuff. But it's not really too, not really too important. And yeah, that's I think everything you need to know right now.
So for me, you actually know my name because I actually say that in every intro. But for old time's sakes, I'm Mark from LTG. Your host, co-host, whatever you want to call it.
Co-host.
Co-host, fuck you. I'm the one recording, so I'm the host. You're the co-host. Gotcha there.
I'm the one editing all the shit.
I'm gonna edit too. You have no point to stand on.
Fuck you. We're best friends. Quite something.
On times. But yeah, hobbies.
We have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, more like hate love, but fine. Oh shit! I gotta save myself. Wait. Before I continue, I'm out of air. Wait.
He's playing Minecraft. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm fine. It's raining again. Fuck. Hobbies, gaming, of course. Besides that, sailing, swimming, kiting, surfing. Basically,
swimming and sailing is just for girls. Don't
yeah. I'm actually good at sailing, but mostly for the girls. Yeah.
He teaches sailing. But he just likes seeing girls in their bikinis on his boat. It's kind of yeah.
Shut up.
As is the swimming, as I've heard.
Shut up once again. So besides that, music-wise, I'm pretty much the same as him, except for the rock part. But I mean, chill step, dubstep, trance, electro house, vocal trance, all that kind of stuff. Basically everything that's made by DJ.
Most of the thing you listen to is mostly house.
Yeah, house and trance I mostly listen to. Besides that, something else I need to tell. I'm not looking for a job. I went to the same school. Haven't finished it yet. Yeah.
And he's going to continue his studies after this year.
Yeah, probably gonna go for networking.
Going to high school.
Yay! Not really.
Like the grown-up adult he is.
So yeah, that's me.
Just between you and me, it's probably also what it goes. Except for the subject he's following, not a lot of girls will follow that, I suppose.
Yeah, for the subject I'm going to follow, not a lot of girls are going to do that as well. I mean, networking, computers and girls, I mean... I just like hosting service.
Let's talk a little bit about your hobbies.
You don't have any hobbies anymore.
Well, I do now. Since I'm working to get to defense, but to get to the Belgian army. But fine. That's not important.
If you go to war, we are lost.
No, I'm not on the war. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to go on the front lines. Fuck that shit. I'm on the sidelines calling them.
You can't! He's laying there with his head half cut off and legs.
Goes okay, and they allow me in, which you probably won't. But if they do, I will start my army studies for Under Officer Communication and System Technologies.
Nice.
So that's that. And my hobbies right now are gaming, of course, video editing, a little bit of photography, if I feel like it, and I also run every 2 days now. It's just for working a little bit on my condition. So that's another hobby of mine, but that's like only 3 times a week, so it's not really the main thing. The main thing is, of course, playing video games and making videos and recording this podcast. It's quite fun. It's all nice and dandy. So, that's that. Another question we have, the next question, and unless you still want to talk about something.
No, I mean, video editing is the same for me, so.
Next question is still in chapter 1, and we are at 50 minutes. That's gonna be good. Where can you find us? So basically, we both have our YouTube accounts, which you know or do not know, depends on which channel you are looking this at. So I'll probably put this all in the description if you're watching on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch from time to time.
I'm actually gonna restart, since I have a webcam, I'm gonna really restart streaming because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You get your green screen and shit, be like all professional and crap.
I'm gonna get a green screen behind me that actually goes up and down so I don't have to watch it constantly.
Yeah, and then you can, maybe you could, well, get your partnership with Twitch and get your subscribe button.
You need a lot more people for that.
Yeah, but I'm just, and maybe you could just live stream the podcasts, and I don't know, maybe you can. You were working with XSplit anyway.
Yeah.
Talking about that shit, you are actually locally recording this, not live streaming?
Yeah, I'm actually locally recording. What, you thought I was live streaming? Why would I live stream?
You could have been. And
maybe next time.
My Twitch is actually, since my computer totally sucks, is just Minecraft every once in a while. I recently live streamed a little bit of Sky Factory, the mod pack on the AT launcher, and some things I also live stream sometimes are Starbound, which I did once, and I haven't really touched that game for quite a while. I might start live streaming a bit of Don't Starve as soon as Don't Starve Together comes out, which is another thing we could talk about, the multiplayer version of
Is that something you need to buy, or?
No, if you have Don't Starve in your Steam library, then you can download the update for free. But if you don't own Don't Starve yet and you want to buy Don't Starve after the Don't Starve Together patch, it'll just be more expensive.
Oh no, I own Don't Starve.
I think Don't Starve Together is like $20, and the original one is like $12.
Yeah, something like that.
But since we both have the original Don't Starve in our Steam library, we should be fine. But I'm not really sure about the original release date. People will say we're saying the start of 2015, kind of January. But I know it's already in the beta. But I haven't got the beta.
Yeah, me neither. Oh, I might have, I just didn't look at it.
Probably going to be released like this month. Well,
yeah.
This month's always postponed, or like February, March. I'm not sure. But if it does, you can expect some videos or live streams on that, either on my part or Mike's. It's gonna be fine. So that's
mine.
Yeah. So just to put it all together again: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Mike's on Tumblr. I don't know why.
I use Tumblr.
And Twitch sometimes.
Yeah, so it's actually the same for me. I have Google Plus as well.
Google Plus if they have a YouTube account.
Yeah, but I use Google Plus.
I don't.
It's not bad.
I don't really like it.
It's not bad.
That's where you can find us. If you want to add anything, if not, I can just go to the next question.
No, not a space of mine.
All right. What is the concept and the reason behind the podcast?
We got bored.
I am someone that really likes podcasts. Either the Gamegasm podcast or the Co-optional podcast. And the Co-optional podcast is probably the main inspiration for me. But I just decided that I wanted to try to make a podcast of our own. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, and that's actually it. I wanted to figure out what it is like to record a podcast, to edit a podcast, to make all the overlays. And I decided to give it a shot. And here we are, and there he is.
Yeah, I just joined in. He actually waited to record one till I had a webcam, and I just randomly bought one.
Which took forever, by the way.
Yeah, but I bought one, so.
Alright, that is the end of chapter 1. So, I suppose we could take a little break right now?
What?
Yeah, I'm going to go to and I'm going to grab something to eat and drink.
I've been drinking and eating the entire time.
I'm drinking. but it's almost empty, and I'm going to have to fill it up with my giant bottle over there.
So you basically want me to cut the recording?
Just pause. Can't you just pause?
No, it's actually cut. Stop.
Oh. Don't you have to screen like, we'll be right back?
Not yet, not yet.
Fine.
Fine, but we can edit that out. We can edit, so it doesn't really matter. So
We'll just edit it out, but I'm not going to be long. I'm going to be gone for long. I'm just going to go to the toilet and fill up my drink.
yeah, I'm gonna take a leak as well, and yeah, do other stuff and check off, and yeah,
all that good stuff.
all that
All
good
right,
stuff that only lasts 10 seconds.
And I don't want. I suppose we will not to take too long because I don't want to be interrupted by our parents, which are still sleeping right now. So that's all fine.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be right back with chapter 2. Bye. Alright, welcome back to the podcast. This is chapter 2. And in the meantime, in this short break, it wasn't really that long, I looked it up. Expensive is a word. Haha.
Yeah, expensive is because it's like.
Expansive with an A is a word, and it means covering a wide area in terms of space or scope. Also known as extensive.
Extensive, yeah, but.
Expansive is a synonym.
Whatever, your language is fucked up. By the way, if anyone's wondering why I'm glowing yellow, now green, the LEDs behind me are on, so don't worry about it.
Jeez.
Got 30 meters of it.
Yeah. Alright, on to chapter 2, or we'll never finish this crap. And this is probably a subject we can talk about for quite a while, can't you?
Which one?
Games this week.
Oh, not that much.
Well, Minecraft, but we can talk about what we played in Minecraft.
Oh, good lord. This would be actually a great time for actually just like move the webcams to the left. I have like a little game screen because I could just show what I'm doing.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh. Shut up.
Don't. And if we in the next couple of podcasts, you can maybe add a bit of gameplay over there if I make your overlays. Because I already have ideas for your overlays, it's going to be fine. Also, what I wanted to mention, which I probably should mention with the concept and the reason behind the podcast, but I didn't, is that we might have a few guests, maybe just a couple of friends of ours that would like to talk about the podcast, or maybe a few friends of mine that you haven't met before, like Benny, the guy who's going to do his job in Scotland, which I'm pretty sure I told you.
Yeah, you told me that, but never
yeah,
met
but
the
he's
guy.
also a gamer, so his English is very good. So he might come on the podcast if I can. If I can make him come along, or maybe Kostya. He might be able to do it too, or Sam. Sam will like that, I suppose.
Yeah, Sam Makosha is not really like. He doesn't like to talk a lot of English.
That's true. Not Sam,
Yeah, Sam. He always talks English.
Yeah. Or
yeah.
Arna.
No.
No, not the Arna I knew you that you know, but the one that was on Viso, like.
Oh, Blood Fury.
Yeah, Blood Fury.
He joined me on Tumblr like last day.
Yeah, he might join us, and I would like to talk to him again. It's been a while. Or maybe Andrew, but he's not really much of a video gamer anymore since he's too busy with his school. He's now in what's it called, safety?
Safety first.
Safety with is in the same class as his girlfriend. But anyway, what have you been playing this week? Well, mine is not only Minecraft.
Yeah, me neither, but.
I should probably not.
A lot of Minecraft, but not only Minecraft.
I probably shouldn't talk about this right now because it's one of the next questions. But I bought the Humble Bundle, and there were a few new collectible card games in there, which I absolutely enjoyed. But I'll go into more detail back there later. They were Windows only, so I played them on my Windows operating system. But
yes, Mac.
No shit, I already said like 4 times that I have a shitty computer, so I think they figured it out.
Yes, Mac.
So I've been playing this week a lot of Minecraft, but not just one thing in Minecraft. I've been playing 3 different mod packs, a little bit of vanilla hardcore. Also, I played a bit of multiplayer Minecraft on a UHC server, an ultra hardcore server, which I'm pretty sure most of you are related with. If you are listening to this podcast, you probably do like Minecraft. And a lot of famous YouTubers play UHC. It's a really cool gameplay mode. I've been playing on that a little bit. I'm still alive. I only have half a heart left because I had a witch on me. So, Mike, if you don't know what UHC is, I'm not sure if you saw videos on it. You should, because they're really good. But it's basically a hardcore Minecraft without health regeneration and completely player versus player based.
Without health regeneration.
Yes, you can only regen your health if you make golden apples.
Oh, I was gonna say just eat food then or so.
And if you kill one of the other players that is playing, you get their head, and then you can put their head and surround it with gold, and you get a golden head, which gives you like amazing buffs. And there's also a will border that every 20 minutes it gets smaller. So
basically, it's basically a little bit like Maze Runner. If you saw the movie.
I haven't seen the movie, so.
Well, if you wanna, okay, a little bit of a Maze Runner.
No. Later.
It's comparable to that. Let's just keep it at
that. We have a chapter of movies and shows too, so we'll talk about Maze Runner back then. I know the name, but I haven't seen it yet. Is it on Netflix?
I think so.
All right, I'll figure it out later. But it also has a world border, which is something new in 1.7.10 or 1.8. Not really sure when they added that, and it's just gets smaller every 20 minutes because the point is that you record episodes. If you play the original YouTuber version, I'm just playing the free-for-all version. You have 20 minutes for one episode, then it ends, and after every episode, the world borders get smaller. It's like 1500 by 1500, and then it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So the players get way closer, because if you get too close to the border, you get teleported further away. So that's the whole point. I'm still alive, but only half a heart, and half a heart is not because of another player, but because a witch was chasing me down in my base.
Yeah.
I hated that. But anyway, that's another thing I played. And the other mod packs that I have played are me getting back into Agrarian Skies, which I'm sure most of you know, and also Sky Factory, which is the less hardcore AT launcher version of Agrarian Skies, which has, well, other mods than Agrarian Skies, but a lot of the same ones as well. So I played that a little bit, and I also played Crash Landing, which is another hardcore mod pack, but I don't really like it because I'm very bad at it. Then I also played a bit of Beyond Earth, Civilization Beyond Earth, but I already talked about that before. It really still needs a lot of work. I also went to my garrison in World of Warcraft twice in the past 2 weeks. So that's done. And I have also been playing a little bit of Awesomenauts, which is the 2D platform MOBA game I got to know because of Sam, and I'm actually pretty good at it. So that's that. I don't really like MOBA games. It's not really my type of game, but that one I kind of like.
Well, you did play League, right?
I played League with you, and I was surprisingly good at it.
Even better than me. What the fuck?
Yeah,
we have to play that one again. I like that. It was fun.
I'm not sure how that happened. I also played a little bit of Civilization 5. Not too much of it. Like one game. Which then, of course, George Washington owed me in a cultural victory, which I already mentioned before. And have I played anything else? Let me see my little screen here. Scrolls. Yeah, the Mojang game. Scrolls. I have also been playing Scrolls, which is not a collectible card game, which I do really enjoy. But I'm not that good at it as well. But I'm learning. So Scrolls and a little bit of Talisman, the prologue, and Talisman, the digital edition. Another CCG that was with the Humble Bundle I bought, but I'll talk about that later on. So you, Mike, what games have you been playing?
So mostly I've been playing Minecraft on a server that I host. Besides that, a little bit of Titanfall, a little bit of Battlefield 3 and 4. What else? Castlevania, stuck in it.
You told me.
It's actually a hard game, Castlevania. Wouldn't suspect that. Besides that, what else have I been playing? SimCity I've started up a little. Restarted Crisis 3. So I'm playing that again. Open up my old save game of Mass Effect 3, which, like, I don't know, I just jacked around in it. Didn't do anything special. Like the last mission, I played like 2 or 3 times. Besides that, I don't really know what I've been playing. None of the Blizzard games are out. So no StarCraft, no Diablo, no WoW, no Hearthstone.
Bit of Heroes of the Storm if I actually got the beta.
Yeah, but it's so expensive though. The Founders Pack is so expensive. Like,
I bet it would be free to play, goddammit.
Yeah, that too.
Well, probably might. I probably will, but maybe if it's going down in price. But knowing Blizzard, that won't be very soon, so maybe I'll just buy it.
Yeah, maybe
as I mentioned before, MOBA's not really my thing.
Yeah, but Heroes of the Storm looks really cool too.
A little bit of another game that I have been playing, but I spent like 2 hours in it in the past 2 weeks was Elder Scrolls Online.
Never played that.
Because my subscription is running at an end. But I just decided to put that on again.
I played the beta and it sucked. And I never played it again.
As a diehard Elder Scrolls fan, I couldn't help myself but buy Elder Scrolls Online. And I probably will still play it, but then after the monthly subscription fee is gone, which is another article we'll talk about later. Alright. Anything else?
No, not really. I think that's it. No, at least. On that subject.
Now, the next question, which is actually kind of based from all the games that we played this week, what game did we spend the most time in and why? That's not hard. Minecraft.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, I'll start. So the reason why is because, as I said before, I am playing free mod packs, which I do enjoy. And I have also been playing a little bit of UHC, so I have been playing Minecraft for quite a few days. More than I used to. So that's kind of the short answer to that question. So the other game that I probably spend a little less time in than Minecraft is Civilization 5, but that's just because it takes forever to So yeah, Minecraft would be the one I spend most time with.
Yeah, same here, I think.
Yeah, you're just the Tekkit server.
Yeah, I'm just playing Tekkit all the time.
Yes, so that's a little short answer. Well, that's good. We don't talk 10 minutes about one freaking question. Yeah. Is there a game that we actually wanted to play but we didn't get to because we were playing something else? I wanted to spend a little more time in Elder Scrolls Online just to get my character up and level up a little bit more, but then I decided I wanted to give Minecraft another shot, and then I spent most time in Minecraft again. Which is funny because at the start of Minecraft, at the release, I hated that game. But not anymore. I absolutely love it. So that's that. You?
Not really, no. I just play Minecraft.
Any special achievements? Well, I died 6 times in my Agrarian Skies. In my Agrarian Skies world, and 4 of those 6 times were me just falling off my mob trap.
Oh, speaking about mob trap, I improved your one. The one you built on my server.
Oh, you improved it?
Yes. It gives me way more stuff now.
What knowledge do you have of mob traps?
It's basically the same one, I just placed cursed earth in it.
Well, that would be a problem.
Now, I mean, I have like 5k bone meal.
Yeah, another special achievement, George Washington owned me in a cultural victory.
You already said that twice.
Bullshit. Oh, crap.
Not bullshit, he actually did it, so.
He did. Silly American president.
I'm going to get you back for that.
That's another achievement.
For him?
Well, the fact that I still live in UHC with half a heart, I think, is a very special achievement. So that's that. I live on the ground now. If I get one hit of a mob or another player, I'm dead.
Great. Can't you just restart?
Well, I was just going to say, the server that I'm playing on is a server. Then, if you die, you get teleported to a graveyard, and you have to haunt the graveyard until the sunrise, but it takes 4 or 5 days. So you can still
Lovely.
play. You can play again, but it just takes forever until you can start over. So
And you lose all your stuff.
and you lose all your stuff. So that's nice.
Sucks.
So I'll probably have to make a few golden apples. Yeah, that's
Do you even have apples?
yeah. If you can, if you cut down oak trees, there's a small spawn rate for apples.
Never actually had them. Okay, fine.
It should be. It should be like agrarian skies. I had a shit ton of apples down there, which is good because my hunger is fucked. But that is that. Next question, which is more for me, I think, because you said you didn't buy anything new. Any new purchases this week? Not much, except for Beyond Earth, which I bought like 2 weeks ago, I think. Or maybe a little longer, or maybe a little shorter, I'm not sure. And I bought the Humble Bundle, because it was a Humble Bundle for collectible card games, and I'm a sucker for CCGs. So I also bought those, and, well, I played those. So the next question is, if yes, why did you purchase it? Well, as I said, I just love CCGs. And the games that were in it, let me just open the page here. I have them all in here, were the following. Scrolls, the full version. Soulforge, which is a free-to-play collectible card game on Steam. And the one I bought was, in the Humble Bundle, was a Dinosaur Starter Deck. Also Star Realms, which is a space collectible card game. I do not really like that. And then there's Talisman Digital Edition and Talisman Prologue, which is basically just a board game, more related to, well, just playing the board game and just pulling adventure cards and stuff like that. Might do a few videos on it, I'm not sure. And well, that's that. Then if you paid more than the average of $8, you would also get Magic 2015, Dominion Online, 2 starter decks, an extra bonus gold, and Soulforge. But I paid $5, so
Cheap ass.
if I can buy it for $5, the only games I wanted were in the back for $5. So,
Yeah,
and then
true.
if you would pay more than $12, you would get Card Hunter Basic Edition, which is actually a pretty good game.
Hey!
Shot break.
Oh, okay.
He gone?
Yeah, but I just muted my mic, so.
Oh, I didn't really say much, so we will.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear anything. I was like, yeah, why are you not talking, you fucker?
Because I thought you would just say we'll cut it out. Alright. But
Nah,
we'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Oh, at least I will. But 3, 2, 1. Welcome back after a very, very direct interruption. That was very strange. So where were we? The Humble Bundle. Yes. If you would pay more than $12, you would also get a Humble Bundle Deluxe pack for Scrolls, which had 2 more decks for Scrolls. Also Card Hunter, which is a good game that I played on Android and on iOS on the iPad downstairs. And you would also get a few decks for Dominion Online, but that wasn't really a matter for me. And coming with whatever amount of money you paid, a free game you would get, 2 free games you would get was Escape from the Aliens in Outer Space, which I downloaded, but I haven't played yet, and Card City Nights, which are the 2 free card games you would get with it, but I haven't played those, so I can't really talk about them. But I can talk about Talisman, the board game. It's pretty good, but it's very, very not very variated. It's always the same board, you just play with our characters and you do the same exact thing. It's fun for a while, but it gets old quite soon. Then Soulforge, I like the concept and the rules of the card game, but the UI looks so terrible. I'm sorry. Just the same with Star Realms. The UI is also absolutely terrible, and I don't really like it because it's like space themed. It's not really my thing. And Scrolls, I already had Scrolls, so I didn't really need that. I really bought Scrolls. It's another Mojang game. It's a collectible card game from Mojang, which is very, very good. I do enjoy that. So yeah, that's what I bought this week. And then yeah, Beyond Earth. I already gave you my opinion on Beyond Earth. It's okay, but it could have been so much better. So I hope the updates, well, just make it live up to at least the expectations it had as an Earth Civilization game. And it probably will, given some time. You?
I bought Battlefield 4
Battlefield 4.
and Castlevania,
And Castlevania.
and that's about it.
And that's about it. Tell me a bit about those games. If you like those.
Wait, let me just go to a safe place. Okay, so Castlevania, awesome game. Really enjoyed it. Really like the mechanics of it because you have three weapons that you have to use in conjunction with each other. So sometimes the enemy has a shield, which you need to like your your chaos power for it, which are like flaming fists. And when your life is down, you have the Void Sword. When you hit enemies multiple times, you get your life back. And then you basically have your Shadow Whip, which is like the main damage source. The thing that I hate about it, it's a game made for Xbox. So
the controls, I suppose.
yeah, the controls are like basically Xbox. So like.
But you have your Microsoft controller.
No.
You should buy one.
But like Y is B and like A is Q and something else like E, and then you have R, and then all of a sudden you go to P on your keyboard and you need to spam that while you're fighting, but you need to move your mouse as well. And like, it's impossible.
Can't you rebind your keys?
Yeah, you can, but there's so many. They're like, But I'm making a map for it on my Nostromo, so that's gonna be like.
It's gonna be better.
That's gonna be ownage.
Yeah. Well, I can't really say much about it because I played Castlevania, but only like the good old, very old, nostalgic Castlevania games that Sam had when he went to the same school. When we were on the bus, he to play Castlevania, like the old games, and he absolutely loved those. And I played those. Not very good at it, but what video game am I good in? Except for League of Legends, which is a very big surprise. And I do like Castlevania. It seems like it's a very good storyline as well, but I don't know. I haven't played the recent one, so I can't really talk much about it. So the other one, Battlefield.
Yeah, I haven't actually really played that much.
Can't really
Suck in it.
Can't really talk too much about it either. It's Battlefield. Battlefield's Battlefield.
Yeah, well, but I mean.
Giant ass maps first person shooter game. Very quite a lot of vehicles. It's basically all
yeah
stuff.
But I joined too late, so everyone has good weapons, and I'm like.
Yeah. I also have seen quite a few videos on one of my favorite YouTubers channel about Counter-Strike Go, which is a game I probably buy sooner or later, just because I wanted to try it.
I have that. Come on.
Well, I am a fan of first-person shooters, but I was a fan of first-person shooters on my PlayStation 3. I haven't really played a lot of them on my computer, as per the reason I cannot run them. That's basically it. But the first-person shooter game that I play that I enjoy the most is Black Ops 2. No doubt about it.
I actually never played Black Ops 2. Except
Yes,
with you, but.
Yeah, you played it with me and Kostja.
Suck at it.
Yeah, it's just because it's a controller. I suppose you're using
like,
more used to controls. And that's the same for me. Although we did own you in Outpost.
Yeah, but you knew the maps. I was like, where am I supposed to? Okay. Respawn. Because the maps on PC and like Xbox and whatever the fuck console you use, so it's the same thing. Yeah.
It's called Nuketown. Everybody knows Nuketown if you have ever played Black Ops.
And I was like, why do I go? Okay.
Tiniest map, coolest map ever.
I absolutely hate that map. But okay, that being said, what is next up? Actually, I have the same paper as you, but I don't know where you are, and I can barely read it.
Yeah, my writing is
Oh, sucks.
very, very special. Anyway, that was chapter 2, and we went through that quicker than I thought we would. That's fine. We still have a few chapters to talk about. Chapter 3, Gaming News. Huzzah! Have we read this week or the week before any special articles concerning games? Yes, we have. At least I have. I have a few of them open here on my screen. So let's see the ones we have. First off, probably the one that I immediately saw, is Elder Scrolls Online. As most of you know, Elder Scrolls Online has a monthly subscription fee, just as WoW has. And not a lot of people are a big fan of it. But
it sucks.
Yeah, you might have to try it out.
I did. I played the beta. It's sucked beyond ass.
But the beta, Jesus Christ.
It was 5 days before the game released. I mean, come on.
Yeah, alright.
At that point, there's not much difference anymore.
Maybe the game's not just really your thing. For an MMORPG, I think it can be way better, but just because it's the fucking Tamriel universe, I love that shit. But onto the article. I have the Reddit screen open here because that's where I read the article. The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited Elder Scrolls Online going buy to play. You can quote that. Buy to play, meaning you do not have to pay a monthly subscription fee. But there will be this thing called ESO Premium, which will require you to just continue paying the monthly subscription fee, and you just get a few extra bonuses.
So basically, it went from a shitty game to a shitty ass game that you need to pay to win.
It basically went for the same principle and the same concept as Rift. You are not required to pay your monthly subscription fee. You just buy the original game, but that's another $60. So I mean, $60. I'm not sure if a lot of people would buy that, but especially if you still have to buy the subscription fee. But the subscription fee would be gone, and you could play for free. But the Elder Scrolls Online, the premium user, ESO Premium, I think it is called, just requires you to pay the regular 14, or is it 13? I'm not even sure yet. Bucks, the $14. Yeah, it's 14. I see here on the screen. The $14 monthly subscription fee would get you your premium membership, and a premium membership would mean that you get a 10% bonus to everything. 10% bonus to crafting XP, 10% bonus to regular XP, 10%.
So actually,
bonus.
it actually went pay to win.
It's not really pay to win because 10% is not that much, but
it is 10% that you get when you pay for the game.
Yeah, it is. And then the other thing they mentioned is they will open something called the Crown Store, which is basically an in-game store like World of Warcraft and Blizzard have one now. But that would just be vanity items, which means it would be mounts, vanity pets, and just outfits, but not really a thing that would make you overpowered. Or so they say, but
Yet.
I doubt that. So, I'm not sure, should I read the whole article? Probably shouldn't, but...
just the key segments of it. So.
Yeah, but I'm just going to talk about the release dates, because another thing that most people probably do like is that with it going buy to play, with just buying the original game and then you can play as long as you want, unless you want your 10% boost. I think it's bullshit, but hey. Anyway, a little bit after the release date, the name will be called, instead of Elder Scrolls Online, it would be called Tamriel Unlimited. It would still be Elder Scrolls Online, but it would have a subtitle that would say Tamriel Unlimited. So the name would be Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. The good thing about that is that it is also going to release for PS4 and Xbox One. So Elder Scrolls Online will be released on consoles. And that would be in June, I think it would be. I wrote down the release dates on the paper here. Yes, it will release for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on the 9th of June. Meaning you can buy Tamriel Unlimited, the whole game, the $60 game, but I'm not sure if it will still be $60. Haven't really read up on that. And then you can play for as long as you like without a 10% boost. I'm gonna mention it because I still think it's bullshit. But it will be released for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on the 9th of June 2015, which is quite a while away, but hey. And it will lose his monthly subscription fee for PC and Mac on the 17th of March, which isn't really that long anymore, but hey. Starting in March, you will no longer require to buy a monthly subscription fee.
You're gonna keep on doing those quotes?
Yeah, I'm sorry. But that's that. So if you want the key elements on the article, beginning June 9th, you can join your friends on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 to play The Elder Scrolls Online, Terminal Unlimited, with no game subscription fees. It is also arriving on PC and Mac, beginning on Tuesday, March the 17th. And then, of course, the ESO premium membership. So I do like the idea that Elder Scrolls Online is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but the premium thing I'm not so sure about. So they might not call it that, but that's pretty pay to win for me. But hey, so that's one of the most important things that I have read, at least this week, because I thought it was really cool. And maybe a few friends of mine would play it if they don't have to pay a monthly subscription fee. And I also think the monthly subscription fee is a little bit too expensive. I mean,
and yet we still play for World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but World of Warcraft is like, with G2A, we pay like, what, $9 a month?
Yeah, something like that.
I can live with that shit, but not $14 a month.
Can you find like the EOS, Elder Scrolls thing on G2 fucking?
Yeah, when it's still $14.
Oh. Well, that's useless.
So that's that article. I'm not sure. Do you want to read an article now, or do you just want me to talk about all of my articles?
Go on yours first, I suppose.
Alright.
I just pick on in where I want to smack on something.
Next article I have here in front of me is a little more dated, but it's something that I also like. It's from Mojang. They announced that Minecraft will have name changes coming soon, so you can change your in-game username. I'm not sure if that's too important, but I thought it was worth mentioning. In the future, you will be able to change your username, your in-game username in Minecraft, free of charge. So basically the article here says, yes, it's true that in the future you will be able to change your Minecraft in-game name. We plan to make the name changing available on February, the start of February, the original release date being the 4th of February. You will be able to change your name in Minecraft. Then,
nice.
Will it cost money? Which is probably not an important question. The only thing you need is a Mojang account. If you currently sign into Minecraft with an email address, you are all good. Otherwise, you can migrate your old Minecraft account here. There are no other requirements and it doesn't cost any money. So it will be free.
Interesting.
Our specific thing here, if you can change your name to names that are already picked, no. The names are still unique. So you can call yourself Dinnerbone, for example, which is one of the desires, if you didn't know.
No idea.
So that is that. Let's just short article that I thought that would interest you guys. Then another thing is more YouTuber related, which I do want to promote, just because, well, it's a charity. I'm sure most of you have heard or are actually watching and subscribing to
who hasn't?
Yeah, he's quite a good YouTuber, and he, for those of you that aren't aware yet or not subscribed but that have heard of him, he is fighting motor neuron disease. He is raising money for the charity that is trying to make medicine and a cure for motor neuron disease because it has a lot of deaths in a year. And the reason why that he tells himself is because 3 years ago, his own grandmother died of that disease.
Dot.
Yeah, died of this because I see something with a OU here on my screen, and that's why he decided if he is going to raise money for a charity, he might do it for a charity that is very close to his heart. He also says that even if you donate only only $1, I should say, is more than enough, because if half of his subscribers all donate $1, they will get quite a long way away from it. He is trying to raise 133,337 pounds. Yeah, English pounds for the charity, and he is now at 30k.
Yeah, still a long way to go though.
Yeah, he's at 22%, says the thing here. I would read the whole story, but it's quite personal, so you should probably hear it from him. He also made a video in a cooking thing where he explains the whole situation, so you might want to check that out. So that's just me raising the awareness for the charity. So if you have $1 to spare, why not give it to charity? You might buy yourself a Coca-Cola with it, or you can spend it to charity, so why the hell not? Another interesting article that I have read this week is about the Minecraft HoloLens.
It's not alone for Minecraft though.
No, it's not really for Minecraft.
It's just general HoloLens that brings Minecraft into your living room.
Living room, indeed. But there was a video they made on it, and it looks absolutely good. It looks very nice. So people on my screen might want to, well, I might add the little video to the screen here as soon as I get the file.
It actually looks really awesome just from the pictures itself.
Yeah, and I was just interested because I saw a post on Facebook that said Minecraft was mentioned in it, so I read about it, and well, it looks very, very
They actually have an image from it.
Yeah, very, very well done, but I'm looking at the trailer right now, so I know what I'm talking about. It's basically just looks like the virtual reality helmet for, oh crap, what's it called?
Oculus.
Yeah, the Oculus Rift. It's kind of the same idea, and it just brings holograms on your screen into your living room. I'm not sure how it works with all the technical details, but it's a very interesting article because of the video they showed. And well, it can even make holograms from Skype conversations and stuff. So I decided.
Oh god, no.
So you have that giant helmet on, you running around in your house, and there's Mike with his beautiful face full screen.
Oh, yours. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
So I might add the video I'm watching at here. And
Just add the link in your description. I mean, that's.
I might edit a little bit of it in the Minecraft part in it, so you can just see a bit about that. But I do not really know all the technical details. I only figured this out like this morning, so I don't know anything about it. But I have to say, it looks very, very well done and very, very nice. But I suppose the trailer is a little bit overdone. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that good. And
well, you might never
do
know.
not mention the price tag, so.
Yeah, knowing the Oculus is what, like $400?
Yeah. It's quite. So that's that article. I'll add it in the description and might show a little bit of a clip of the footage of the video here. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the new Saints Row.
Dude, is there a new one?
Coming soon, but it is an Expanse standalone. Expanse standalone. It's kind of an expansion pack for Saints Row 4, but it's actually standalone and you do not need Saints Row 4 to play it. But it's in the same universe, same graphics, yeah, same idea. And it is called Get Out of Hell. I'm not sure about the exact release date. The initial release date is January 20th, 2015, but I think it's a little later than that because I'm not sure it has been released yet. Although it is on Steam, so it might be, but I saw the WTF video on it from Drill Biscuit, which I'm sure you guys know just as well. And it's basically Saints Row 4 in hell. You have like these wings and stuff, and all these demonic powers. You are a demon living in hell, and you can play either as Gat, or Johnny Gat, or Kinsey.
I would play as Kinsey.
Yeah. So it looks actually really well done, but in Saints Row 4, they kind of ditched the whole gangster thing, and just here in Get Out of Hell, there is no more talk about gangs and stuff like that.
Oh.
But it wasn't really something in Saints Row 4 either, and I absolutely loved every single minute of Saints Row 4, just because it's dumb fun. I mean, who doesn't like flying around with superpowers and kicking people in the nuts so they fly like 50 yards away?
True that.
For the rest, it has really awesome weapons. It has like a gun that shoots bees. It has crossbows with laser beams. It has a plank with spikes on it. A lot of cool vehicles, which you probably won't use because you have fucking wings. You have fucking black demon wings. Why the hell would you use a freaking car? And another one, this is also, I really got excited about that because of the trailer, so I'll probably add a little bit of the trailer here in the little video here, just to give you a little preview. And come on, in the trailer, Johnny fucking Gat headbutts Satan. I mean, how can you not love that? The whole idea of Get Out of Hell is the fact that you are in hell and you have to do a whole lot of shit to get Satan out of his hiding spot, and then at the end you have to fight Satan.
Nice.
That's the coolest fucking thing ever. Plus, which is probably very, very, very important, the price tag. It is only $20.
Can't argue with that.
It's just $20. I mean, I can show you a little bit of the short review that Total Biscuit made. You are getting what it says on the tin. A $20 expand-alone that more of the same in a different setting. Musical numbers surprise. Gun shoots bees. Come on. You just watch that video, either on Steam or on YouTube, or even just watch WTF is from Total Biscuit and play it. It looks absolutely amazing. And I'm sure there will be a lot of people that will be complaining about, it's not Saints Row anymore, it's not about the gangs anymore. Well, come on,
probably.
Was Saints Row 4? Saints Row 4 was so much fun. I mean, I will definitely buy it as soon as I get a decent Windows computer, because not even my Windows operating system will be able to run that shit.
Oh, lol.
But I'm seeing here on Steam that all of the user reviews are very positive. There are 500 positive reviews, so... And it has been released on the 22nd of January, which was yesterday.
So it's actually already out.
So it's out, yeah. Well, I'm constantly looking at the Steam page, so you can buy it already.
No life.
Yeah. So that is that. And that is basically all the articles that I picked for this week. You also sent me the article of Windows 10, but I haven't really checked that out.
Yeah, so basically it was like...
I will probably let you discuss that article.
Yeah, I haven't actually checked it out yet. I did. Basically it was like a Windows 10 preview, and so they removed the tile system. Mm-hmm. From when you fresh install Windows, you have the tile system with Windows 8. Windows 10, you won't have that anymore. You will have, again, the start menu, like with all the programs on top. And then on the side of the start menu, you will have a small tile system which you can actually expand. So the start menu is expandable now. So that's great. There will also be an option for like going back to the tile system. So it's not completely gone, but there is an option to go back to it. But most people.
I read one article about it that the Windows 10 upgrade would be free for owners of Windows 7 and Windows 8.1.
Yeah, it will be free for 1 year. So
yeah,
the first year.
I'm looking at the article right now. Windows 10 upgrade free for owners of Windows 7. Windows 10 free upgrade for the first year.
Yeah.
Fresh news from Microsoft's painfully inspirational Windows 10 briefing. Owners of Windows 7, Windows 8.1 and Windows Phone 8.1 will be eligible for a free upgrade to Microsoft's upcoming operating system. The free upgrade will be available throughout the first year of Windows 10's life. That's a pretty big deal. Microsoft no doubt realizes that people are hanging on happily to Windows 7, but the chance of a free upgrade could prove tempting. For PC gamers, it'll mean free access to DirectX 12,
Yeah, so that's new DirectX 12. Plus, Xbox is coming actually across the PC platform. So basically, tablets, phones, computers will also be able to play Xbox games. That's amazing. We'll play like with your friends and all. You can always play. That's cool for one thing. Let me just go to the article and check what else has been changed. Actually lost my article. Wow, no. Oh, here it is. So new experiences. So like I said, it's gonna be cross-platform with Xbox. So on tablets, you're gonna use an Xbox controller for your PC. On your phone, I don't think you're gonna need. Blah, blah. I don't think you're gonna be able to like take your Windows Phone and actually play like I don't know what game you play on Xbox, but play on your phone. That will be a little. If that would work, I would definitely.
That would be a little strange.
Yeah, a little strange and a little underpowered, but if that would work and it would work good.
Could you like see it happen, like Crisis 3 on your phone? That's silly.
I would actually buy a Windows Phone then.
Plus, we both don't own a Windows Phone.
I would buy one. So
buy one just to play Crisis 3 on it.
So yeah, it also has something DirectX 12, which is gonna be. I haven't seen any widgets on the difference between DirectX 11 and 12, but from what I'm reading here, we have enhanced our graphics technology to squeeze out every performance out of your supported hardware and open a new wave of innovation for high-end graphics. So yeah, actually I have no clue what DirectX does. So.
Well, DirectX is the main graphic driver for all of your Windows games, so I suppose
yeah, well,
12 will probably drastically improve performance.
Yeah, the engines used to power hundreds of games are implemented in DirectX, including Unreal Engine 4 from Epic, and we have supported today Unity as well. Okay, so we got that. Also, what Windows 10 is gonna have is like another Mac thing they've copied, which is actually gonna be great. I think. You know, on Mac you have those screens that you can have multiple programs open,
yes,
but you can switch to other screens.
Yes.
They're gonna do that on Windows, and the shortcut is, from what I've seen on the interwebs, it's going to be Windows key, Control, and then the D. And the D stands for desktop, not for, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Fable Legends to Windows 10 PCs. I don't know what that is. But again, for Windows 10, it's only like the previews. We still haven't seen Cortana. We're missing another key features they need to show us. So actually, yeah, they're gonna bring Cortana to Windows.
That all sounds very exciting.
Yeah, besides that, I think that's the most epic news. We're gonna be able to copy paste in command prompt, which is epic. Copy paste in command prompt. No more writing down long fucking as code to start that Minecraft server. And no more making launch commands, just one text file with all the commands in it. Okay. Besides that, I think
other news.
that's it for Windows 10. At least they are the things that I find interesting.
Cool. Now there's this other thing. You wanted to talk a little bit about CES, the technology event. I'm not really sure what happened over there. I just know that Razer won. But
yeah, Razer won the award from.
You might be more interested in that than I am.
Yeah, well, you would be interested if you knew it. CES is basically a event that starts every year, like the first week of January. And what happens there is, let's say 75% of what's shown there will be available in this year, either the first, second, third, or fourth quarter of the year. So new things, they come out with new technologies like for SSDs, new speeds, new cases, new RAM, motherboards, cars. I mean, Audi and BMW have like insanely lighting systems for the headlights, they're like laser headlights. Although in America they're not regular, they're not like the law doesn't allow it. Wow, great. But in Europe it's actually possible to do it. Like what it does is you have the light, which is like a beam, right?
Yeah.
and it widens. The faster you drive, it widens, and it automatically scans the cars. And when there is a car, it will exclude them from the light. They don't get blinded by other cars, so that's cool. Then Tesla with the model. I don't know if you know Tesla.
I heard about it, but I'm not really sure what it does.
So Tesla is basically a car company which makes awesome electric cars, full electric cars which can run like 300 kilometers on one, charge. I was gonna say fuel tank, but that's electric
It's not
fuel.
really fuel if it's an electric car.
Yeah, it has a big battery. They're just basically awesome cars.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, and they're now coming out with they're basically like futuristic cars. Like the main controlling system for like radio and the rear backing up camera and stuff is if I'm remembering correctly, the Model S is a 17-inch screen, touchscreen.
Huh.
It's basically you have a browser in it, although they have disabled flash players, so you can actually watch YouTube while you're driving. But I doubt somebody has done something so it actually works, so you can watch YouTubes. Somebody has to, because I want to watch YouTube.
I kind of, sort of, in a short twist, I saw a little article about TVs that are now able to curve.
Yeah, so curved TV.
Was that CES too?
Yeah, CES. I don't know which vendor specifically, but they had like I think I
saw an ad on it or something like that.
Yeah, it can be, but they had like, I think it was a 45-inch television curved around a pole.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So that would be handy for like, I don't know, in New York or something for like billboards or shit.
Yeah, the giant billboards.
Yeah, with that. Other thing, they went to 8K, so 8K televisions.
I haven't even had any single experience with 4K. What the hell is 8K?
So 8K is 4 times the resolution of 4K. Mm-hmm. But that won't be, like, that's the other 25% of CES. That won't be for this year. Yeah, probably not for the next one. Let's wait 5 years, and you might want to see 8K videos. But, I mean, there is barely 4K footage out there. There's no television that runs 4K, in my knowledge, at least. And YouTube, some YouTubers do 4K, but, I mean, the camera setups are really expensive.
I think so.
Most cameras are like a Red 5 with the Samsungs, and Sony cameras are like 4K, but
I think we have to go to our trusty media store and see if they have an example of 8K.
I doubt it. Something else. They 3D print food. So there was like a 3D printer for pizza.
You can actually eat that shit.
Yeah, it's eatable. It's just pizza.
Ugh.
So they printed pizza, cookies, other stuff that you can eat.
Digitally 3D printed food. Now available in your local store.
So yeah, actually that can be really viable.
That would be like the ad on giant billboards with curved TVs.
But that's actually
very cool though.
That's actually technology that's not really that far away, because on CES there are printers that print food on a quite fast pace, and it's not like they print it and you have to bake it. No, they print it and it's baked.
Oh, it's Christmas Eve. He's a turkey for you.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but at least pizzas is good.
They're like 3D printing their food, and they have like their virtual headset on to play Minecraft in their living room.
With their 8K television. Sony
with their 8K television on a curved screen watching Netflix.
Sony also had some amazing beamers up to.
That's probably just Notch's living room.
No, not in Notch's living room. There is like a 20-meter glass wall that opens up automatically. It goes into an infinity pool with fountains. That's Notch's living room.
That's what happens if you shit money, people.
No, that's when Microsoft buys stuff from you. So yeah, besides that, I think the pizza thing will really become viable someday.
Are you kidding me? If I had a 3D printer for pizza, I would never eat something else.
But yeah, I mean, the printers are there already, so I mean, and this year, why not?
Yeah, but I don't see that being edible.
Why not?
Because it's 3D printed.
Yeah, but it's not.
Why
They
would you
don't
add
print
flavor
it with
to that shit?
plastic. They don't. It's not plastic. They print. It's actually dough and not sausage. What you call?
Tomato ketchup.
Yeah, well, like
Tomato
sauces. They actually have filaments, sauces, and dough, and they print that, and it's baked.
I'd probably try it if you did it 3D printed me a pizza, but I'm not sure if I would like that shit.
But it must be cool. So that's new. Model X from Tesla's televisions, cameras. They have some. I think it's MSI that comes out with a laptop that's like, it's back to the old days where laptops were clunky as hell. But this one has a full mechanical keyboard with the numeric thing on the right as well. Plus, it's like upgradable as crazy. I think it has up to 32 gigs of RAM. It has 2 ASOI graphics cards, so it has 2 graphics cards and a laptop. That's amazing. So on the other side of laptops, you also have like small gaming laptops. They basically have a great processor, but have shitty ass graphics. But the idea is that once you're home, you connect your laptop to like an external box where a dedicated graphics card is in it. I'm always looking to the right to your face because you're nodding and not laughing shit. But they have a discrete graphics card while your laptop is connected to that, and then you can just play games on like Ultra. You can play Crysis 3 and Ultra with a laptop that has shitty graphics, but it goes through that discrete graphics card. And when you're on the go, you just have a nice laptop. That's awesome. And then Razer, of course, with their Forge TV, their turret, which they did an appreciation sales for it, which kind of failed in my eyes, but okay. I got a headset. Not really the one I wanted, but I got a headset.
Only the microphone remains.
Yeah, only the microphone. And when the Forge TV comes out. And I ordered the Razer Naboo as well, so the Naboo X.
Any idea when it would be in house?
Somewhere next week, I suppose.
I'm gonna do an unboxing of that.
Of course I am.
And a review.
Of course I am.
Alright, because I'm interested in that shit. Alright. Anything else?
No, not really.
Then I suppose we could round it up with with our last chapter here, which might be a little shorter as well. Chapter 4, which I didn't write down on the paper, but movies and shows. What movies have you watched? What shows have you watched? And did you like it? I'll probably start off. I have my recently watched window in front of me here for Netflix, for what I have been watching. And surprisingly, there is Pokemon in there. So I decided to follow the new show of Pokemon, which is Black and White, but I only saw like a few episodes. The main thing that I have been watching, which is because you told me to, is Orange is the New Black. Started watching that, and I have one issue with that. The age verification that says that is on the show says you have to be 12 years old to watch Orange is the New Black. But there is a lot of nudity in there. I would put that at like 16. Not
By
12.
the time they're 12, they have the Discovery Channel. Of course they know when gonna be sexist. I mean, fuck's sake.
Still, because the Vampire Diaries is 16.
Yeah, but the Vampire Diaries. It's just cause it's gay.
The Vampire Diaries is 16, and there's no nudity whatsoever in there.
I didn't know as the developers.
Anyway,
what the fuck?
about the show itself, I didn't really think I would like the concept of the girl being locked up in a cell. The only thing that I do not like is that she's such a freaking wimp. She can't take anything. But hey, Orange is the New Black is a pretty good show. I'm at episode 5 or 6. I haven't really watched it further than that. And I do like it, and I'll probably watch season 1 and season 2 because I do like it. And the concept about the jail thing, the whole prison thing, the whole lesbian prison thing, I do actually like it.
Alex was.
I'm still more of a fan for the medieval and the fantasy shows. So Orange is the New Black, I watched a few episodes of. Then also the Tudors, or the Tudors, as you call it, about the reign of the English king Henry. is one of the medieval shows I have been watching, which is from Showtime, which I also really enjoy. And I think I also watched the whole first season of Marco Polo, which I recommended to you as well. I kind of like it. How about you? Is it something you'd like to watch? Or?
Yeah, I watched the entire season.
You watched the entire season, yeah.
Yeah, but I now started
watching. You might like it.
So yeah, I watched again Orange is the New Black. What else? Harley the Space Pirate. I watched again.
Yeah, Harley the Space Pirate, the movie I saw with a couple of friends of mine at New Year's Eve. I did like that. I really enjoyed
And what else? Deadwood I have been watching, which is not bad. It's a Western thingamajig.
Yeah, Deadwood I watched like 10 episodes in the first season.
Yeah, I started watching that. Besides that, I don't know what I've... Not that much, actually. The Maze Runner? I've watched that
yeah, The Maze Runner. We were going to talk about that too. But first off, I have also continued watching The Vampire Diaries because Netflix only goes until season 4.
Yeah, something like that.
So I downloaded season 5 and I started watching that. I don't really like season 5, but I'll watch it anyway because, well, I kind of like it.
Isn't Vampire Diaries already at season 6 or so?
Yes, but Netflix has only been updated to the season 4, so I had to download season 5. And after I am done watching season 5, I will start watching season 6. I don't think season 7 is out yet.
No idea.
So that is that. I haven't really watched any movies. I watched Grease again, just for nostalgia.
Grease.
Yeah, that was such a good movie. I just remembered that when I was in the 6th year of basic school in Volkswagen, that I did a musical with all the people about Grease, and I was there in my leather jacket and my tie. It was very nice. So for the sake of remembering those things, I watched Grease again, and well, that's it. Most of my time I spent this week was all in Minecraft.
Yeah, same. What a life! What a life!
Yeah. So, Maze Rider, you wanted to talk about that? Go ahead.
Yeah, because it was a little bit comparable to what you said. Basically, the movie is about the world has been fucked up by a solar flare, which is being scorched like shit, and there's not much left of it, right? So some people get dropped into like a green cage, right? And there is a maze all around the green part of that thing. And there are some like called runners who actually run the maze and map the maze, right? And the one guy, this actually is almost near the end of the movie, but I'm just gonna drag through it. The one guy who like runs daily has mapped the entire maze and knows there is no way out. And then there is someone who gets dropped new into the maze, like, and he allegedly, the maze closes at night, right?
Yeah.
And in the maze there were like these monsters called reavers. And because there was a friend, the runner that runs it 24/7, well, not 24/7, but each and every day, got stuck with another friend who got stung by one of the reavers. Well, because if you get stung, you go psycho. And he was trying to save it, and the guy that dropped in last, right, just went into the maze, tried to help him, but the maze closed on them. So they had to survive the night because he couldn't get out. And by doing that, they killed the reaver. But also by killing the reaver, they have endangered their own, well, the other people, because the maze at night doesn't close anymore. It stays open so the reavers can just go into where the people live. So that's, yeah, they fight, they want to kick them out, and like, basically at the end of the movie, in the reaver there's like this more large metal tube, what the fuck. There's like a tube with a code on it, and they use that to get out. That's the way out. Even though everybody said you can't kill a reaver because they will come out after us, that was the way out. But also the borders become smaller and smaller each time, so that's why
that's why you compared it to UHC.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a good movie. You just should watch it. I mean.
Yeah, I just checked Netflix, but it's not on there, so I'll have to download it.
Yeah, I don't know where I checked that.
Do you actually still have it, the file, or?
No, I don't think I downloaded. I just watched it on the interweb.
Oh, the interwebs. Oh, I might. I might look into it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but is there anything else you want to talk about, or?
Yeah, I think not that I know of. Direct, not really no.
Well, we went past the 90-minute marks,
Woo!
which is probably that's not very. Well, I thought we might.
Probably would have.
So we are now at almost 2 hours, actually.
Damn.
Yeah, time goes quickly when you're having fun. But anyway.
Oh, an exploit crashed. No, I'm joking.
You had me there for a second. I was like, what?
Oh no, it's actually like 700 megabytes, so it's a gig and a half big.
It's pretty decent, I suppose. But anyway, that was it for the pilot episode of the BMVG podcast, aka the Belgium Meets Video Games podcast. A podcast in which we do not only talk about video games.
Surprisingly.
But we did talk about video games quite a lot, didn't we?
Yeah. 90% of the time.
That's the pilot episode. Just us getting used to the whole format and stuff. I actually haven't looked at my Minecraft screen for the entire time. I have just been looking at my webcam, the little webcam thing downstairs in the Skype call, just because I want to see that I'm looking at the camera, because that might be an issue if I don't.
Actually, I've been playing Minecraft all the time.
Yeah, so yeah.
Some might hear me clicking.
We can round it up here, I suppose.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching, I would like to say. We're gonna do this weekly?
Weekly or every 2 weeks, depends on when I get done with all the overlays and stuff. And if we find enough chapters to talk about, because we can reuse a few of the chapters we have, but not all of them.
Yeah, but we can find gaming. We do gaming news. We can do gaming news every week.
Gaming news we can do, yeah. And the interesting articles and movies and shows we can always do.
Yeah, so...
And the games we played this week, and we can also do that. But as I said before, this is a pilot episode, and in the next few episodes we will try to look into a few more overlays to give you guys a little bit of a preview on all the trailers and the articles we are talking about. But for now, that is it, and I am almost losing my voice.
LOL.
Because if we're just having a Skype conversation, we do not talk that much. But anyway.
Yeah, it depends.
I'm saying anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, we can run it up here. I'm pretty glad with the thing we did. I think it turned out pretty good.
So yeah, social links will be in my description for him, and I hope mine in his.
Yes.
But I doubt it, because he never does that.
I might link all of the articles if I can find them again as soon as I the video, because he still has to export it, and then I still have to get the file. So
I don't have to export it. It's an MP4 file directly.
Oh yeah, then you'll just have to put it on your drive, and then we'll have to change it about. And we have to, well, I have to take it down. But alright, yeah.
That's it. So thank you guys for watching. I already said that. So on to the next one.
Yes, indeed. See you next time.